Devontae Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro. I appreciate Jaron Boots Ennis speaking out on the situation about him and Virgil Ortiz. I do. And I appreciate YSM Media for the content of doing a great job getting the interview, number one, because it's not easy to get interviews. Number two, asking the proper questions and getting Jaron Boots Ennis, who is normally not a very talkative individual, don't do a whole lot of interviews, but getting an individual like that to open up and actually talk about a very controversial situation and probably the most tumultuous part of his career so far, because this one for Boots, the shoe is on the other foot. See, as a Jaron Boots Ennis fan, which I am, not nearly the Jaron Boots Ennis fan that the guys from Philly are. Salute to all them. They rocking with their city like they supposed to. But this is the most tumultuous time in his career. This is the most controversial time in his career, and to be able to get him to open up like that, that just speaks to YSM's ability as a interviewer and the relationship that he's built with that team over there, that they feel comfortable enough to do that with him. So salute to him for that. The content was great. Smash the like button, by the way. Subscribe to the channel, share the video. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. I'm also live every Sunday morning with KQKC. And I ask that you join the channel as a member, drop super chats when you come by, and hit me up if you want to debate. The email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. So salute to that. However, the inconsistencies and the decision making of Boots still puts this as a fucking duck, bro. Still puts this as a duck. Number one, how you know you got a deadline, but you didn't know you was negotiating? How you know when they came to me with the deadline, I still hadn't decided whether I was going to 147 or 154? How you know about a deadline, but you don't know a fight's being negotiated? Then I still maintain. Because YSM asked him directly, like, you know, it's a lot of people say how you didn't know. It's all over social media. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's doing interviews about it. And he said conversations and negotiations are two different things. And people gonna believe what they want to believe anyway, blah, 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 all that shit. But, bruh, if people are all over the internet saying that you negotiating a fight and you not negotiating a motherfucking fight, don't you think you should call Eddie Hearn and be like, yo, why you say this? We negotiating with them? But then in the next breath, you know it's a deadline, but you didn't know that they was negotiating. Then you say that you knew if you would fight. Like, why would you even try to have Vergil come down to 147? Because you know he can't make weight. You know he missed weight, hurt himself, had issues with Rabdo, trying to fight Stanionis. You knew all of this shit. But yet, your promoter is saying that when he talked to you about the fight, you said something about 147, you want to be undisputed or whatever. It's just, none of this shit makes sense, bro. None of this shit makes sense at all, fam. And Turkey Island, you talk about Boots has no reason to lie. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Because that's what my brother Dean was telling me. What reason does Boots have to lie? To make himself look good, so he can pursue his dream. Because his biggest dream at the moment is not big fights, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. His biggest dream is not to fight the best opposition. It's not. His biggest dream right now seems to be able to just take the belt off a champion, and he don't give a fuck who the champion is. Watch out, Bubba. Watch out, Bubba. Go over there. Go in your seat. Good boy. That's what I heard in this interview. That's what I heard in this interview, bro. That's his biggest dream. To take a belt off a person. He turning down the Virgil Ortiz fight because he wants to stay at 147 because he didn't get his belt the right way, and he wants the ability to take the belt from a champion. Even if that champion is nowhere near as good as Virgil Ortiz. Even if that champion is somebody like Mario Barrios, who just fought to a draw with a washed up Abel Ramos. that means more to him because Mario Barrios is a WBC champion than fighting Virgil Ortiz, who's a way better fighter than Mario Barrios, and will mean so much more to the fight fans and so much more to his legacy by beating the Virgil Ortiz. He cares more about the fact that Barrios has a belt and he wants to take his belts from him, bro. It's just, that's where he's at, bro. And honestly, you can't never tell a man how to move his career, but he clearly doesn't care about stardom, doesn't care about building his name to be one of the best in the sport of boxing, because the best around his weight class reside in 154. You got 147, you got 154. All the names at 154. That's where he need to be. And if your desire is truly to just take a belt off of a champion, why not petition the IBF to see if they'll let you fight Bakram Murtazaliev? There's no guarantees, because there's not in the IBF rules that you can move up as a champion and immediately fight the champion. That's only in the WBO, but you can petition them and get them to make a decision and see what they say. If you so dead set on taking a belt from a champion. Off of Bakram's win against Tim Tszyu, it's a way better fight than anything at 147 right now. And again, he turned down his biggest opportunity to fight somebody with a name and really establish himself in the sport of boxing for a bunch of maybes against a bunch of fighters that already ducked him. That's why this is a duck. He turned down a real offer for Virgil Ortiz on this Turkey Al-Sheikh card in Riyadh season for a crazy payday against the best opponent he's ever faced for a bunch of maybes against fighters that already ducked him once. In some cases, twice. Barrios got an offer to fight him while PBC was trying to get Boots Ennis to sign to them. He turned that down, and then Eddie Hearn tried to make an offer to him as well. He turned that down. Montes Stanionis did it twice. PBC tried to have a Montes Stanionis for Boots Ennis. Stanionis didn't want that fight, and then Eddie Hearn sent another offer. And Stanionis turned that down too. And then Brian Norman Jr. turned down 3 separate offers out of his own mouth. They were all the highest payday. Get over there, bro. They were all the highest paydays of his entire career. Turned down 3 of them. So you turned down the opportunity to fight Virgil Ortiz for a maybe against a bunch of fighters that have ducked you multiple times. Brian Norman ducked 3 offers. Barrios ducked 2, and Stanionis ducked 2. And you turned that shit down for that. Then he was asked about people that say 154, you fight Terrence Crawford. And this is where YSM, because I know he knows this, bro. This is where he got his Philly hat on, right? He got his Boots hat on. Because he asked him about why would you fight Terrence Crawford at 154, but not want to move up to fight Virgil. But he didn't ask about that offer that they sent to Charles Conwell, though, at 154. Yeah, he didn't ask about that. Smart move. Smart fucking move, bro. Very smart move, dog. But your boy KO knows about it. I don't forget anything. But when speaking about that, Jaron Boots Ennis said, look, man, Terrence Crawford, big name, such. He's a Hall of Fame fighter, pound fighter, or whatever. Yes, you know, he compared it to Crawford trying to move up to fight Canelo. He said, that's just the name. I basically do what it takes to get the Crawford fight. Okay. You know how you really show you want Bud Crawford? Going up there and beating the motherfucker that he don't want to fight and saying, what's up? You know, the same thing we push David Benavidez to do. The same thing people want Terrence Crawford to do. Go to 168, prove that he wants Canelo by beating somebody with a name there first, and then calling out Canelo. Same thing, bro. You've done nothing. And I love Boots Ennis. You've done nothing to move up to 154 and get ahead of all these people. Yes, I want to see him and Bud bad than a motherfucker. Wanted to see it bad at 147. I want to see it at 154. But the path to that fight is not by staying at 147 and hoping a champion will fight you. Bud will be gone from the fucking sport by then. If you truly want to chase Bud Crawford, you go up to 154, you beat Virgil Ortiz ass, and you say, nigga, what's up? So if Crawford really is the end goal, if that really is the name you want, the Virgil Ortiz path can get you there faster than this path he's choosing to take by staying at 147 and hope the champions fight him that have already ducked him. So by ducking Virgil Ortiz, you're making the stupid ass decision of making it less and less likely that you get any big fights. You gotta crawl before you walk sometimes, bro. When you're in Virgil Ortiz's, when you're in Jaron Boots Ennis' situation, as a highly skilled, highly talented fighter that's not really a superstar, you got to take certain things and turn lemons into lemonade, bro. Those certain things being and meaning, you got to take, okay, I really want Crawford. I really want Norman. I really want Barrio. I really want to unify these titles. But now if I get Virgil Ortiz and I whoop his ass, now my name is way bigger because of who I just beat and the name that he got. Now I can call out Bud and people be like, well, shit, y'all saw what he did to Virgil. Now I can call out Sebastian Fundora and niggas like, yo, you saw what the fuck he did to Virgil. Now I can call out Bakram and niggas like, yo, you saw what he did to Virgil. You can't go get them big names at 154 by fighting Karens and shit at 147. You get the big names at 154 by fighting other big names at 154. And it's a bad career move to stay in a dry-ass division for longer than you have to. In my opinion, he's already been there too long. Because now you got to hope that Turkey, after turning down his Virgil Ortiz fight, you basically got to hope that Turkey will give Brian Norman Jr. or Mario Barrios or Imantas Stanionis fights and fight offers and money that they can't refuse to fight you. All because you got this dream of, I want to know what it's like to take a belt from a champion. I don't feel like I got my belt the right way. So I want to know what it's like to take my belt from a champion. We all know you tried. Go take it from a champion at 154. Because now you left with a title defense against somebody that's probably going to be subpar. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But we'll see what his next fight is. We'll see what they're able to do for him. I know we know how Turkey is. You burn his bridge. You don't do what he wants you to do. He's a prima donna and a diva that way. He not going to take this shit lightly that Boots in his turn down his offer. So I don't know if he's going to be inclined to do what it takes to get Boots in his big fights in the future. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, man. Comment below, smash like, sub to the channel. We'll see y'all soon. Peace. Javante Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like